It's May of 2020. The world feels topsy-turvy. You've likely been isolated at your home for several weeks. Has this given you time to really ponder your big dream of starting a pet photography business? Do you wonder if now is even a good time to start a business? In this video, I'm going to give you my opinion. Monique Renee here, a photographer at Silver Paw Studio, and on this channel I empower you to tell all of your tales with tales through photography and videography. I've been a photographer for over 10 years and pet photography specifically full-time nearly 6 years. I moved to Colorado about 8 years ago. I had run a portrait photography business in Washington State, as well as raised my family and managed a veterinary practice for a decade. And when I moved to Colorado, I wasn't sure exactly if I would get back into photography. So within a few weeks, I was working at a veterinary office again. But after a year and a half, I just felt photography calling me back. I noticed that PPA, Professional Photographers of America, was having a business workshop weekend, and I signed up. My BFF Bree, hey Bree, and I drove down to Denver in the worst April snowstorm I have seen yet in Colorado. My thinking was if I was willing to spend an intense 2 days learning about the business side of photography, and I thought, that would balance out the time I actually got to spend behind the camera and with people and their pets, then I would restart my photography business here in Colorado. Well, as you've probably guessed, I went ahead and decided to go forward with my business idea. I did not leave my job at the veterinary office though. I spent the next year putting everything in place. I figured out a logo and a tagline and studio colors and fonts. My BFF's husband built me a website. Thanks, Jeff. I worked on some price lists and I crunched numbers and I found print labs, and I took about a year to get everything in place. And guess what? Those are all tasks you can do right now. Most of the things I did either didn't cost anything or very little. I can do sitting behind my desk, or I could sketch out in a notebook from home. So my opinion is if you're already dreaming of opening a pet photography studio and you feel like you've got the mindset and the energy and the time right now, I really think that right now, May of 2020 is a perfect time to start your pet photography business. There are so many things that you could do just like I did. There's so many ideas that I have that I actually created a PDF list for you, and just some ideas that you can pick and choose from if you kind of want to start, but you want to start small, or you want to just move the needle from 0 to 1 and dip your toe in and see if this is something you might want to try. If you want access to that PDF, I've gotten so many questions about the business side of pet photography that I've started a whole new email list. So type the link below and sign up for the new Business of Pet Photography email list, and you'll get a link to a download of the PDF. This PDF is actually going to cover a list of things that you can do if you're already a established pet photographer, which will be my next video here on YouTube. Let's take a look at some of the things on this list. Some of the really easy, fun, actually super fun things you can do when you're thinking about starting up any kind of business is, your branding. So your logo, right? A business name. Once you've chosen the name, claim it on all the socials. So make sure that you grab all the socials. If you think you want Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok, what would that be? TikTok. So make sure you grab all the social medias that go along with the name you chose. That's totally free. And you can shut them down later. You can actually open these and not even have them public yet. Oh my gosh, so much learning. You could devour all kinds of learning. There's podcasts. Oh, I totally recommend Creative Warriors. Devour podcasts, watch how-to. If you think you want to brush up on your photography skills, watch a class or a YouTube video. Your business skills are really where it's at though. So do what you can with your business skills as well. And actually, tangent, if you know who Creative Warriors podcast host is, that's Jeffrey Shaw, and he wrote this book. This book is called Lingo, and it's all about discovering your ideal customer's secret language and make your business irresistible. So that's an excellent book to start with. So books and learning. If you love writing, start writing blog posts now that you could publish later. And along with that, I would say, start looking through all the great photos you've already taken. I know you've taken some great photos. And this will be great because you will see where the gaps are in your portfolio. If you say you want to photograph in the studio on a yellow backdrop, but you only have 3 of those, maybe that could be something you could put on your list of things to do later. This will also help you see all the different categories that you might want to photograph. So you might want to be a cat-specific photographer. You have lots of cat photos. Maybe you want to be horse-specific. This is a great activity, and it's fun to reminisce and look back at all those photos. Okay, all the business stuff. If you get to this point, and you're in it, like you're having fun, you're liking this, the next step would be kind of some businessy stuff. So grab your business name. So do all the legal stuff. Legal, bank, QuickBooks. So go on to your whoever you need to tell that you're having officially a business and get that paperwork in order, get a business bank account, and maybe some kind of accounting software like QuickBooks. I have lots and lots of more ideas, as I'm sure you could tell. Obviously, my list goes on, and there's more that I haven't even put on this list. So again, if you want that PDF printable, just click the link below and you'll get it on that email. Now, again, if you are an established pet photographer that's been doing this for a few years and you're kind of lost of what to do now since you can't go out maybe and photograph sessions, next week's video I'll have all kinds of information on things that I'm doing in my studio and ideas that maybe you can implement. So be sure to paw that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you know when future content about pet photography business goes live. Do you have a question about the business of pet photography? Go ahead and type it in the comments below, and I'll try to include it in a future video or email. Remember, I do go live every Monday morning at 1 p.m. Mountain Time from the green room. That's an excellent time to get face-to-face time with me to have your questions answered live. Now, if you like this, you're gonna like this entire playlist I've made for you there. Thanks so much for joining us here at Silver Paw Studio today. And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs.